Okay, so now that my masking fluid is dry, it feels rubbery. It's a little sticky, and that's okay. So I'm just going to randomly kind of paint a galaxy type wet on wet mixing of the colors right on top of it. So where I put all those little polka dots, I'm just gonna lift in a couple of different purples and blues. Mix those in. Okay. Again, if you're going for more of a galaxy look, you don't want to rub it all together because you want to see the different colors individually and also allow them to blend together in a more organic way. There's a lot of different galaxies you could do. There's some that are more black, some that have a little bit more blue or turquoise in them. So my recommendation is to find a reference for what you like. Okay, so I'm gonna give that a second there, and then I'm also just gonna come over here and I'm gonna show how to make a dark value. So I've talked before about making sure you're painting out of your palette at the top, but what if you need a really dark value? Okay, always bear in mind to paint with the puddle. So if I wanted a dark value of this red violet, okay, I'm gonna get it wet first. Okay, and then I'm gonna rinse my brush. Okay, so my brush is nice and clean here. So I'm gonna just dip into the puddle at the top. I'm not gonna rub, I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. So I'm painting with the puddle. And that gives me a much darker value because it's much more concentrated. So if I put that on there, nice and dark, and then I can kind of fade my edges out by just wetting my brush. Soften that out, add a little bit more on there. Okay, so I'm gonna give that a second to dry.